Welcome back. We're in lesson 2.6 in metabolism. It's called playing Guess My Model. So now that you've finished the critical juncture, you will be grouped into three different groups. Okay, so we're going to go into the warm up first. So depending on the group that you're in, green, blue, or purple, you'll have a different article that you can read. You also have these articles in your binder in a paper copy. So you can go in there and read them out of the paper copy as well. So you're going to read the article that you have to give you the background information on the color group that you're in. Now, I will tell you, you're going to have to work in groups for part of this. So we're going to jump into activity 2. And I'm going to introduce this game to you guys. So you and your partner will play a game where you create models that show different scenarios. Now, this person also needs to be in the same color group that you're in, and they also need to be finished with their critical juncture, or they won't know what color they're actually in until they're done with their critical juncture. So you are going to play with your partner and create those models of different scenarios that could happen inside the body. You're going to secretly create a model and then show your partner and see if they can try to guess the scenario that you created. So each partner gets a set of envelopes, okay, or a set of cards in an envelope. And then they shuffle up the cards, turn them face down, and choose one from your pile. And you're not going to let your partner see because that's what they're going to be guessing. That's the scenario you're going to create for them. You're going to reread the background information for the scenario on the card that you chose. Using the modeling tool, you're going to make that scenario. The first partner guesses first using the key and background information to decide which scenario you think that your partner modeled. Give feedback and then revise the model with your partner if needed. And then you're going to flip roles and let the second partner do the same thing, just having you guess instead. And then you'll play another round and each partner will draw a new card. So you can do that twice, once for you and once for them, and then do it one more round, once for them and once for you again. Okay, so I'm going to explain how that works. So you have, if you're in the blue group, purple group, green group, you all have different sets of cards in an envelope or they'll be paper clipped together. The cards have scenarios that could happen inside the human body. Each envelope has a key. Okay, so you're going to get the key here at the top and you're going to get each of these cards. Each partner is going to shuffle their set of cards and turn them face down. Choose a card from the pile without letting the other partner see. And like we said, you're going to set up that scenario in your sim. And it'll be a description of a person's situation that is relating to eating or breathing or something about metabolism. So for example, the model, what it would look like if Raina had just taken a deep breath. So what would it look like in the system if she had just done that? So once you've created that, you'll need to explain how molecules such as glucose, oxygen, and amino acids get into the cell. You can use the diagram, which represents the healthy body, what it looks like when you eat or breathe normally, and get the right amount of molecules into your cells. So you can find this diagram in your digital resources and use it as a reference when you are playing the game. I will have a few of these copies out for you guys to use. Just make sure you return them when you're done. So this is an example model based on an example card scenario. So this is an example. You don't have this one. But what would that model look like if she had just taken a deep breath? Well, we're going to show some oxygen coming into her body, and we're going to show some in her lungs and some in her heart. Okay, because she's going to be bringing oxygen into the lungs and then into the heart. Then your partner is going to use the background information to guess which scenario is modeled. The key lists all the possible scenarios. So you guys will have the key that'll tell you all the different scenarios that it could possibly be that you are going to be guessing from. So make sure you refer back to that background information that you have. And then after your partner guesses, let them know if they're right or wrong. The partner who guessed, give them feedback. Help them revise the model if they need to. And then you're going to switch roles. So make sure you're helping each other out with this. Gives you an opportunity to make improvements and think about the concepts and help your partner out if they needed to add something to theirs or take something away. And same for you as well. We're going to go on to activity 3. So playing that Guess My Model game. So draw a card and secretly create a model that shows the scenario described on the card. Show your model to your partner. Your partner will guess the scenario that you've modeled. And remember, you're playing the Guess My Model game with a person that is in your group. So you're going to need to pair up with one other person that is in the green, blue, or purple group. And you may have to walk around and ask the teacher, and she will help you. So after you finish the reflecting on the Guess My Model game, or after you finish the game, then you're going to reflect on your model in activity 4. And you have a couple questions just to discuss with your partner. Were there any scenarios that you had a hard time modeling? What did you learn from the game? Do you have any more questions about the body system? It's really important that you reflect on these things and see if there was anything that you may have had a hard time with, or that you learned from this game, to see if you understand these concepts for later on. Now, the homework activity is actually a should do. So make sure you're checking Canvas as you watch this video as well, to make sure that you know what parts of the lesson you do need to do and what parts are going to be your should do's and your aspire to do's. So in this activity, you're going to choose one of the human body systems that you read about or to read about, and answer some questions about it. So you've got the circulatory system, respiratory, digestive, nervous, excretory, musculoskeletal, and the reproductive system. So you get to choose one of those, and you're going to answer some questions. Make sure you tell me which article you read, and then make sure you also answer the questions that go along with it. So the two other questions you have that go with it are, what does this system do, and what are the important parts of this system? Remember, if you guys have any questions about any of these, how to do the lessons, or any questions about things that you're doing, please make sure you raise your hand or put yourself on classroom queue so that I can help you out with whatever you need. So we've reached the end of the lesson, so make sure you guys check out Canvas and see what you need to make sure you get done.